Alright, I'm back home. Nothing like going out 10 days in a row and finding artifacts every day. Right on, folks. And you know, I might just try to do this for 100 straight days in a row, because it's no BS. I can. These sites are loaded. I found another one today. New site, I don't know, a mile and a half away from where I've been digging in points, and found a few points on it, had to leave, but I got other digging spots lined up today. Still finding stuff on the site I was on, and found an awesome Flint Ridge bird point today, and it's probably the smallest Flint Ridge point found on YouTube. I can say that with, you know, pretty much confidence. It's tiny. Wait till you see this. And this old boy right here has been holding the fort down. Squirrel man. Get some of his fur rubbed off there from sticking his head out of his cage. Look at this good boy. He's such a nice boy. Look here, folks. Squirrel Buddy. You can go back and watch more clips of him on my channel. I had him when his eyes were still shut and he was a baby. I found him when I was digging bottles. He's a really nice pet. I thought I'd give you guys a quick look at him here again for you new subscribers. This is my buddy. I'll show him periodically. He's been holding the house down, guarding it while I've been gone. Look at this good boy. Look at this good boy. Oh, buddy. It's Squirrel Man. Right there he is. Alright, folks. Next will be the clips. I found one good one today, man. I found a nice black hoop well, too, but it's broke, and some other broken ones, but right on. Later, folks. Alright, folks. I'm back on this place where I've been finding all this stuff. I'm a little bit further south. Been finding flint, haven't been here long, and I got just a smoking. It'll fit on a penny easily with room to spare all the way around. Flint Ridge, jewel grade bird point again. And there's other, you know, there's a flake right there. There's a flake, and look, there's a little piece. Look at all the cracked up fire rock. It's what you want to follow. But see if you see the point. There's another flake, and look at, just for all the material that's in here, like there's tons of flint. Look at that. But see if you can spot the point. Man, it's nice. And you know, you got to sift to find these small points. If you're using a rake or a wiggle pick or any of that kind of stuff, you're missing all this stuff. You're just doing nothing. You have to sift the material and get everything, or you're just destroying the site. Well, anyway, right here's where it's at. Oh, it's nice. Look, it's got that little micronate tip on it. It's just, look at that. It's just, that's so translucent. Just, oh my goodness, that's nice. These little points, they look almost western, like stuff you'd see in the desert. And you don't see many people have these in collections in Ohio, because they're hard to find. Look how little that is. You can miss that so easy. And most dudes, guys that are digging with rakes and stuff, will miss every one of these, all of them. Well, anyway, folks, I'm on the board, and that's nice to go with all the other ones. I'm averaging about one of these a day out of high quality Flint Ridge material. And just look how little that is. True bow and arrow point, I would say. Later, folks. All right, all week I've been on, you know, let's see here, I'll see you. I have a base off a point in there. But right there at my kayak, like up to about right in there, this is all I've sifted and found all of those points out in the water, scraping this base clay. There's just thousands of points in this stretch, and there's the next stretch down, there's thousands of points. You just have to find them, and that's no exaggeration. There's probably more artifacts than that in this section. They're hard to find, even with all this flint. But let me pull this up here, see if I can't. Yeah, right here it is. There was a few other flakes in there, but I don't see them now. But this was the only work piece. I looked through this real good. But right here, we've got a base. It's just a classic Adena base, and it's snapped there. This would have had shoulders right in here and went up. It was probably about that big looking at the base. Would have come over here, had a little platform here, and then would have went up into the point. It's an Adena. That would have been a nice point. Nice point, but broke. I'll get back on my next one later. All right, I've been here about an hour, maybe not even that, probably not, 40 minutes maybe. I already got a Flint Ridge bird point, and you know, averaging a point an hour is just a reality on a place like this. Like, I could break DiMaggio's streak with arrowheads in a row, hitting streak, just go like, I don't know, I'd say if I really came out every day for 75 days in a row, I'd have multiple points a day if I look 4 hours a day. It's just there's stuff all over these sites. You never blank. And this would have been a day maker. There's just flint all over this. I've already put 2 or 3 nice big flakes in my pocket, but this looks like it's probably a hoop well. It's right here. See that kind of fantail base? It's not ground at all. Could be table rockish. I find them that they look a lot like hoop well points, but this one's looking hoop well. It's not ground at all, and the table rocks are just polished clear up into the notches. I'd say that's hoop well. Little fantail base. Boy, that would have been a nice point. It's impacted, but it's an artifact. You know, a lot of people would be happy with that. I'm looking for the flawless stuff, but I still like this. I won't lie. Don't find many hoop well points on the river. There's not. You know, I just found that base of that Adena too, but that's kind of a rarity. Here we are, and I got a pocket full of flint too. See what else we can get. Later, fix. All right, I'm right in a huge fire hearth. Thought I'd give you a shot of this. All of this is Indian campfire rock. You can see how it's red. It's sandstone. It's been fired over and over and over. And when you see that, there should be little flakes of flint all in it like that. That's how I'm finding points. I'm not following the flint, I'm following the fire rock. And once you get in it, you'll realize all of it's Indian. Later, fix. All right, I'm on a new site. I've never been on this beach before here. And look at this. Look at this fire pit coming out. Look at this bank. It's pretty high down through here. I'm gonna do some test screens here, but this is definitely Indian stuff here. Right there's a flake, so that's right on. We'll do some screens and see what we got here. Later, fix. And I just found another awesome site, and I've never dug here before, so it's gonna be loaded. I got something sticking out up there. I don't know what it is. And I'm just kind of looking around here because I haven't looked none of this. And you can see the evidence of it right in here. See the fire rock? See this high bank? Look at this fire pit coming out in situ. Right out of the side of the bank. Look at this one. You can see it right here. Right there's the fire pit. The Indian fire pit in situ in the bank. And when I talk about the Amos points and I'm finding them around a fire pit, I've dug many of them right out around the outer rim of the fire pit with tools associated with them that are not known, that are not in any books. Double notched ones that look like Layton's right in. No chance of it being the way it was left. This is an awesome place. But let me see here. I think that piece sticking out was right up here. It looks like a piece of pottery. It is. It's a piece of Indian pottery right there. Blown up piece. This piece was right here. See it sticking right here? Oh, it's a broken point. I thought it was. It's a big... Look at that. New site, folks. Look at that nice 4-inch point. It's a shame that's broke. Oh. Well, anyway, I'm gonna do some screens in here and stuff. I've been walking around a lot after all right, right there's where I found that point. I'm starting to scrape in here. That's what my screen looks like. I'll show you what it looks like when I get it out in the water and get it screened down. If I had somebody with me, I'd let them film it, but it's too much of a pain in the butt. And I ain't here to mess around. I'm here to find points, no matter what. Later. See how awesome these screens look? This is the one I just showed you. And right there in the screen's a blown apart, highly translucent Flint Ridge tip. It's all beat up though, it's nothing. But you can see all that cracked up rock. I'm gonna find hundreds of points here too. This is a mile away from where I was at. Just another huge site just to dig on. There's another flake right there. I'm gonna find points all summer in quantity. Later. There's another screen off this new spot. Pink Flint Ridge. A big river cobble chert, cracked open, and a little like tool. Look at that little tool. So just for all that, a few shovelfuls, there's just artifacts in every screen. Man, I'm gonna find a bunch of stuff here, but I'm about whipped. I've got to go. I gotta go help my parents do some stuff. You know, they're getting older. and I need to be around the house to help them out. And I don't want to stay out here and waste my day, so I can't do other stuff. I already got artifacts. I could find more at will, but I gotta go. I'm gonna go home and weed eat at my house and stuff. I'm gonna do like 5 more screens in here, see if I can't luck onto something. If I do, I'll show you. If not, thanks for watching, folks. Another success. Got a new site here, and look at the banks. Look at these cut banks. Look at these gullies coming out. This like limestone stuff in here thrown in from a railroad track above me. But you can see the cracked up Indian fire rockets coming out of this bank here. So this place is going to be loaded. You know, you can't see much here, but I know what's in the ground just by looking at the fire rock. And right here, that's all I've scraped, and I found multiple artifacts. No points yet, but lots of flint. This place is loaded. Later, folks. Well, another screen after that. This thing is thinner than a dime, and it's a Mississippian point. I can tell by looking at it. Let me see how it would have went. That might be the tip, but I don't think. I can't tell, but look at that. That's a shame. You know, I'm finding all breaks, but look, I've only scraped that much, and there's several broken points. There's just stuff everywhere here. For probably the next 5 miles down the river, every beach is the same. This is how it is. And these beaches look like there's nothing here. If you're just surface hunting, you're just wasting your time. Later. All right, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I would have found more stuff today if I didn't look around, and this is a lot. I didn't even show like this point. I just found it on this new site. It's probably a table rock. I can't really tell. It might be a pentagonal, but I don't know. It's broke. There's these 2 triangles I got on the new site. There's the hoop well from the old one and the tiny bird point. There's a little piece of pottery I didn't show, and look at all of these, just ridiculous. Here's a piece out of a big work Flint Ridge blade, and just look at that stuff. It just glaze. Well, anyway, folks, I will get back on my next one. I'm gonna get home and do some stuff for my parents and stuff and relax. I'm keeping the streak alive. You know, maybe we'll go for 75 days in a row finding nice artifacts. I can do it. It's gonna be brutal, but it was brutal when it was 10 degrees and I was doing this all winter. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I'm gonna put in the work for you this summer. Later. All right, here's this flower bed we've been working on. You can see how it's coming along here. My dad's done all of this while I've been arrowhead hunting. He went and got him tomato plants and pepper plants and some flowers. And we dug that, the tree stump I was working on was right in there. We burned it and dug it out, but it looks pretty good. And these are rocks that I all carried out. You can see how nice they look incorporated in. And these are all bricks we found, street pavers. But I hauled this rock out of the creek 2 days ago. That's a beast. It's a 200-pounder. It goes way down in the ground, but these pillar ones look good, and you can see it's coming along good. I'll show it again when it's done. Later, folks.